Baltimore on fire. More than a dozen buildings and 100 cars were in flames last night, a fiery epilogue to the afternoon memorial for Freddie Gray.
There's this massive fire. It was a housing project that was under construction, intended to provide low-cost housing to older people and really to regenerate this part of the city that had been neglected for many years.
Watching the flames, heartbroken, the pastor whose church raised the money for the project.
Somebody who did this did not understand the investment. Somebody that did this did not understand my heart for this community. Somebody that did this doesn't know that for 8 years I've been working hard to bless this community. And while I was across town organizing pastors who largely didn't understand why we should hit the streets, I'm organizing them for peace in the community, and somebody is over here burning down what they don't even understand. But this has only given me a sense of resilience that we're going to rebuild again.
Bigger and better.
And we're going to come back stronger.
Coming back.
This is one of our darkest days as a city, and I know that we're much better than this. We know that the world is watching, and we cannot allow our city to devolve into chaos because of a small group of criminals that are moving throughout our city.
Freddie Gray's family had asked there be no more violence, but those appeals went unheard when in the late afternoon, young people, many of them high school students, began throwing rocks and bricks at police and targeting their vehicles. At times, police seemed overwhelmed, shields cracking and hurriedly reorganizing lines of defense. 19 officers were injured. There were 200 arrests. But there were those from the community who intervened to restore order.
Group of citizens that got between the demonstrators and the police.
Pastors and the Nation of Islam formed human chains between protesters and police. When the Nation of Islam asked for parents to bring their children home, some took it seriously.
You had one mother who grabbed their child who had a hood on his head, and she started smacking him on the head because she was so embarrassed. I wish I had more parents that took charge of the kids out there tonight.
On the street, a local DJ told us she was doing what she could to interrupt the violence.
I'm for the protesting, but in the right way. I can't stop everything. Me, by myself, I can't do it, but if I can take 2 or 3 off the street, that's 2 or 3 that's not loitering and doing things that they're not supposed to do.
The people are doing what they have to do, but they're going about it the wrong way. The people just want answers, basically. They want answers, and the politicians don't want to give them to us.
But the protesters in the driving seat last night were in no mood to be so conciliatory.
That's what happens when you respond non-violent and they still want to take us for granted. This is what happened. They out here wilding. Justice for Freddie, man.
They all about them. They want us all in concentration camps on the real talk.
There was a wave of looting. Crowds gathered to pull merchandise through shattered windows and doors. Daisy stood watch at the door of her gift shop.
Did you choose to stay in the shop because you were worried about looting? Or?
That's right. We was going to protect our building. But thank God we didn't have no problem.
Y'all protect us, or we'll protect us.
What do you think more broadly about the way people have reacted to the Freddie Gray death?
Well, a lot of these young people, they're angry. You know, they tired of the abuse of the police, and, you know, they just showing it in the wrong way. And they just tired. And that's why they're responding the way they are towards the police.
Yeah.
You know, we're hoping that they could think a little better than that, but they just tired.
Even with the National Guard deployed in force across the city today, many businesses have chosen not to open their doors. Baltimore braced for a repeat of last night's violence.